What's up everybody, this is Mac from Canadian Project Cars here. One thing that I wanted to do is just kind of explain the whole group situation. So obviously I'm Mac from Canadian Project Cars. I'm the one who started the channel. I own the green Subaru SVX 1994, which you've seen in the previous video where I kind of do a walk around. I'll do another one a little bit later. It's just dirty right now. I gotta clean it up. And this channel started off by me deciding, hey, I want to record working on vehicles. I'm not, like, obviously I'm not a mechanic or whatever, so like it's not how-to videos, it's just, hey, let's have fun working on a vehicle. I'll learn, you guys can learn from my mistakes or whatever. So I saw a comment on the fuel pump. It's just like, oh, we don't even, he skips a whole step. That's because my camera battery isn't very good. And back in those days I had two 2 gigabyte cards, so as soon as they filled up I would know, like, the camera doesn't beep or anything like that, it would just stop recording. So like I turned around and I was like, oh, okay, I guess I missed half of the thing. I started the channel just to kind of work on the vehicles, or work on the vehicle and kind of show you everything that I do or whatever, and modifications, because it's a pretty rare car, not very many people have it. And I was working at a lube shop, which I'm not going to name the name because there's really no point. Martin, another guy in the group who is, yeah, he started working at the same lube shop. We started to get along, and then I ended up moving in with him, which is where we're living right now, which is actually where I'm recording right now. And give me 1 second. So yeah, Martin was kind of the second person. He was the first person to ever be in a video. That video was actually never uploaded because I didn't recorded on this camera. I recorded it on GoPro and it was not very good. And at the time of moving in, Dusty actually lived here, and we went out for a cruise one time, and he's like, oh yeah, my brother's coming, which is Jesse. He's kind of the comedian of the group there. So we went out for a cruise. I brought my SVX, Jesse brought his Miata, and Dusty was using Jesse's Honda Civic. So we went out for a cruise. That's where I kind of met Jesse, and you know, at first I was not gonna lie, if Jesse's watching this, I was kind of scared of him because, you know, he's a scary looking dude, but he's friendly. And then Dusty moved out, and Jesse actually moved in with Dusty, and we started going over to their house more. And then I decided, you know what, I'm gonna bring the camera. Anything we work on, I'm gonna bring the camera. So then that's how kind of Canadian Project Cars became the 4 people thing. So like it's me, Martin, Jesse, and Dusty. We're pretty much the main 4. Occasionally you'll see like other people in a video, like you've seen Clinton, you've seen, I believe Bryce was in a video once or twice. I think Matt was in a video. A bunch of other people were in the videos, but never, like, they're kind of part of the group, but not really. I know there's a guy, the other roommate who lives here, he hasn't been in a video. His voice has been in a video. He's the one that said, like, filming Martin's ass or something like that in one of the videos. He's kind of in the group, but I don't know if he wants to be behind camera. It's pretty much us 4 are like the owners of the group. So then what happened was Dusty got a new job, so he kind of moved away, and he took Jesse with him, so they both left. So right now it's literally just me and Martin and Chris living here. Every once in a while Dusty and Jesse will come down and kind of, that's where the flat tire was. They were coming down to say hi, they blew a tire, they ended up sleeping here, and then we had a little fiasco of going to go get the tire. So yeah, it's us 4 in the group. Obviously we kind of split over. I don't know exactly where they're living. I mean, they told me where they were living, but I forgot, and whatever, it's something that I do. But yeah, anytime I want to work on a vehicle, like they live on an acreage or whatever, and they have a big shop, so like the modifications that I want to do to my car will be getting done there, hopefully, as long as, you know, there's room for it. Any modifications they want to their car, they're doing there. So really, like, the filming is kind of slowed down a little bit because everything runs on money, which sucks, but it's just the way it works. So right now I'm actually kind of getting ready to go to another job, which is well testing, to make some money so that I'd be able to, you know, afford some of the modification that I want. Obviously I want a manual swap to the SVX, I want to turbo it, I want to paint it. I'm not going to tell you what color yet, but I want to paint it. I know Martin is looking for a new vehicle, I believe. If not, then I think he's going to do like an engine swap or a turbo build or a supercharged build or something like that. But he needs flex plates on his car, which you saw in the last video, which we were talking about. Dusty, his Eagle Talon, he got the transmission out. He's just saving money for the parts that he needs. And Jesse's working on his Miata, which I have actually recordings of it, but I haven't uploaded them yet because I'm waiting for the vehicle to be more done before I start uploading it. One thing that we're going to do is, obviously I have this camera. Once I get money, I'm going to be buying a better camera. And once Jesse and Dusty get money or whatever, we're going to be getting them a camera as well, so that we can have dual the videos, because obviously, like, I don't know if you saw our parking in the vlog video. If you look out back, then you can see that it was my car and then like 2 parking spots. We don't really have a garage, so we can't really work on anything. I mean, we can, it's just like minor jobs. Like if I wanted to redo my brakes, which I'm going to have to because mine are warped now, then obviously I can film it out there, it's no issue. But like a manual swap, we need a lift. Obviously we can't do that out there very well. But yeah, so the SVX is obviously going to be getting a lot of work done to it, but I do need another vehicle while the modifications are getting done. And obviously it'll be getting done at Jesse's house hopefully, or Jesse and Dusty's house hopefully. And when it is getting done, obviously they need a camera, so I'll either A, give them this one and then just have them like send me the videos or whatever, or buy them a new one or whatever the case may be. That way you guys are seeing what's getting done. Now I'm not a mechanic, but I do kind of know what I'm doing. And then obviously Jesse and Dusty, they know a little bit more. Martin knows a little bit more. This is literally the first car that I've ever owned. Martin's had like a million cars. He had like a truck before this, he bought the Cadillac from Dusty, and like he had like a million cars. Jesse had a million cars. Dusty had a million cars. Everybody worked on their own cars. This is the first car that I've had, and I've done most of the work myself. The only thing that I haven't done myself is the power steering pump. And Jesse and Martin actually did that for me. Unfortunately, I didn't have the camera, so we weren't able to record it. Well, I did have the camera, but they didn't have it, so we weren't able to record it. So hopefully this channel, like obviously once we start getting money, we'll try to kind of do more modifications like the Miata. If you watch the flat tire video, they're talking about like putting an engine into a vehicle. They're actually talking about the Miata, which you haven't seen yet. They've taken out like literally it's just a frame that Jesse's going to be painting here shortly. And hopefully I can get him a camera before he starts doing that, so that we can he can run it through. Obviously, like I've been behind the camera most, because when there's 3 people, or when there's 4 people, obviously 3, like Martin, Jesse, and Dusty know what they're doing. So I just kind of sit back and just film everything, because obviously if they need me to do something, then obviously I'm there to do it. But it's a little bit easier if they do it themselves, because then that way I can just film. But obviously, like, it's kind of hard because I'm trying to stay out of the way but get footage of it. So I mean, we're kind of working on the group a little bit, trying to get it 100% so that the videos will come out frequently, things like that. Obviously we need to, with us being kind of separated, it's a little bit more difficult. And obviously with having no money, it's a little bit more difficult. I don't really know what vehicle I'm going to get to kind of drive around while the Subaru SVX is getting the modifications done to it. I was thinking buy like a cheap Civic or something like that. That way we have, after the SVX gets done, then we have another vehicle that we can work on. But I mean, could be wrong about that. I'm not really sure. Yeah, so this is kind of just like a little announcement video. It just kind of explains what's happening to the channel, where we came from, things like that. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Please comment, rate, and subscribe, and we'll see you guys later. Take care.